just do everything from the guard. So if I'm in your guard here, and you decide to knee shield on me, this is one that I like a lot. If this heel gets too high from here, I can set up a very nice heel hook off of this. And when I come through, I want to come through with one of the biggest mistakes people make is they like to hook right here in the elbow. And when I do that, even if I want this palm down, when I come in here and I grip, I'm changing up the dynamics of this a little bit. I can finish it from here. When I squeeze this tight, there's not a lot of pain compliance on that or anything. I want to find this section of bone right here before it starts getting into the muscle from there. I want to hook it with that section of bone. Then when I grab and I pull, you can feel that in the Achilles tendon. So I'm adding an extra dimension to this by catching this tight. I can also, when I'm here, get some leverage out of this elbow as I'm pushing down to keep this knee from moving. And so I can get a little extra, if I get a good grip here, I can do a lot more with this than if I get into here and get this tight. I can't get a lot of leverage with this arm here to get that, and so I have to just use the whole twist to do this. Now, heel hooks are interesting in this respect because I'm tearing up this joint. And so I don't have a visible fulcrum. I'm actually using part of his knee as the fulcrum from here. And so when I get this, I've got my long lever. If I want to base, there are a couple of ways I can sit back and do a couple of things here. We won't worry about that quite yet. When I'm in here, I get this pulled very tight from here. And as I start to twist, you can see how his knee is coming down and in. And as long as I catch his knee against my thigh, he can't go anywhere. So I've got a good base here. So now all I need to do is just twist and he'll tap to get this tap. It's not a hard submission to set up. As long as I'm willing to push his knee when it's up here, if I can get this down into my thigh by using this pressure here, I'm nice and tight, he's ready to tap. Where can you go?
Try to spin around a little bit. I value my knee too much.
It's losing proposition. And so when you set that up, so if somebody's in here and they're setting up a knee shield when they do this, and they come in here, if this gets too high, that's very dangerous. And that's why I'll always tell you, keep that down below my elbow, and he's safe. But if we get this up here, enough where I can catch this here, I'm just gonna lean into his shin a little bit, push this down into my thigh, and I've got the beginning of a very nice heel hook from here. I'm a little shallow, that's where I wanna be right here. And then it's just a matter of turning my hips. Or if I don't like him and I set this up, I'm gonna make it very violent and just step up and over him. But let's not do that to our friends. You're working this inside here. So if he makes the mistake of coming too high here, this makes for a very nice heel hook from here. But if he keeps this low, he gets actually a good knee shield here, where I can't lay on him, got a lot of pressure there. I want to catch his toes, okay? So I want to push into him here. I'm going to catch his toes. As he pushes back, I can come back out here and set up just a very simple straight ankle lock. I'm going to catch his arm here and here. So I've got my elbow under his Achilles tendon. I've got my hand pushing down here. I'm just going to overlay. Then I'm just going to curl his toes all the way underneath. Just try to push him. Very quick straight ankle lock. Should be allowed in every tournament in the country. It's a sneaky one. So again, I'm in here. He's actually doing a proper knee shield. Working in here as I come out. Want to come out here. His hand just slides under here. I catch this. Want to just make sure I've got his toes. Ring finger on the pinky toe. Just overlay and then push down. Now this is an unusual lock. I have the lever here, my fulcrum here, but the base is his whole body of gravity pulling him down. There's no way he can come all the way over to get away from this lock. And so it's just an unusual quick toe hold that is sneaky. I like throwing it in every once in a while, but it's a good one to do. So let's try that. Same motion. You can also set up a more traditional twisting ankle lock. When I'm in here and I'm leaning, as he pushes, instead of coming under, I can come over and set up the traditional twisting lock from here. And when I do that, I still want to keep my ring finger here and I'm coming over. Now, with this lock, I am much more comfortable once I catch this lock of trying to catch the other leg. If I don't shoot this here, there are a lot of guys who are just going to go belly down and under and spin out and go a lot of places and do this weird sort of stuff, and they're gone. And I don't like messing with that. So with this twisting one, I have to catch that. And so I've got this here, I'm leaning in, so as he pushes back, I want to catch this here, and then I want to step over this thigh so he can't move. All right? So then the motion is I want to push his foot down so it's straight. If he boots out his foot this way, it becomes very hard to finish the lock. So I have to push this down so it's straight here and here, then I'm just going to twist his toe inside towards his knee from here to get the tap motion from here. Nice and easy, nice long lever. And so I'm tearing into the ankle here. I'm basing him out against my chest. Here's my long lever. My fulcrum is my forearm from here. Makes for a nice, easy fulcrum lever and base type of a structure. Now it also helps when I do this to lift his foot up some, and then as I come down. And so I'm actually putting some stress on his hip as well when I do this. Come in, I'm gonna lift, and then torque down. Okay?